And we are live. Okay, we can get unpaused. Morning, Sand Artist and Lucky. To see you guys. Okay, let's do a quick recap. So we are on cycle 4, day 10. So we probably have another drought incoming soon. Are we ready for it? We have 385 water. I have about 40 beavers. Our water pumpers are right here. We don't have another water source at the moment. But we could maybe get some more water storage. Probably worth doing that right now, honestly. Because I feel like we could have a lot more water stored up. So let's duplicate this. We can... What the heck? Is my keyboard not working? Oh. There it is. Okay, now that's working. Place that down. It's already set to water. Apologize for running a little bit late. I added a mile to my run this morning and that sent me back about 10 minutes. But we are here. We'll get into it. Oh, we already have water storage. Just kidding. We'll remove this one. I kind of forgot that I added that in. But this is probably more convenient. And it's not taking up green space since we have platforms. And then we can probably lower the priority of one of them. We still have another 150 water we could store. We might turn this on, although we do have 9 vacant jobs. We have some of them. I remember we had like 6 jobs that we were okay with being vacant, and I think these were 2 of them. Let's do a quick overlook. We have a couple gatherer flags. Because they're collecting berries, we don't really need that. 2 inventors huts. And then 2 lumberjack flags. A scavenger flag. We don't want that smelter to be one of them. So we got to do some rearranging. I think we could probably... Let's see, we have 2 lumberjack flags here. We're doing fine on wood. We paused some of these guys. Let's see. Well, food. We're doing good on food. We already have that set to 1. Yeah, I think we'll go with the haulers. This will be lower. It'll pull from a... Or I guess go to another couple jobs, that's fine. But now we have a smelter. Get some metal blocks. We might not have any storage set up yet. Planks, scrap metal, and logs. Yeah, we don't have storage. So we can probably get some... Well, I don't really want to store it on this side. I think I'd want it stored over here somewhere. Took your dog to daycare so we can get some energy out. Doggy daycare. Ooh, we're still getting flooding. Yeah, I don't know exactly why. I did start watching some Skystorm, his Lord of the Rings series, and he talked about a magic tile that if you do something like this, it increases how many edges there are. which made it all work better. Although they won't be able to reach this one. If we get some stairs set up. Let's try and bump this up on the priority list. Okay, we can speed it up a little bit also. That was just trying to get caught up, see where we were. But now we have more water storage. I think it's probably worth turning this on. And then probably worth adding in another house somewhere. Oh, looks like we actually have all that set up. Oh, but they can't reach these. Ah. Kind of makes sense. So for now, what do we want to do? We can just get rid of one of those houses. This one. And then as long as we go right here, we can build the rest of it. So we're still short on planks. We have a couple of these guys paused, but we just got to get some more beavers before we can start unpausing them. Wasn't that taken care of before 1.0 came out? It was due to water flow being inconsistent. That could be the case because the video that I watched, it was from like 5 months ago. So, uh-oh. Yeah, I don't love this. This water flow looks really inconsistent. Look at that. It's literally like not flowing now. What would it be though? Like why would we have it so it's just flooding so much? A little frustrating. I mean, it's not like a huge deal, but it just means that we can't store as much water here. Kinda nuts. We could try to lower like an edge of the floodgate just to get a little bit of water coming through more consistently. I don't know if that's going to do a whole lot, honestly. But might as well try. So we can leave that. But then I guess for today's episode, what are we going to do? Well, first we need to plant some trees here, but we're still short on beavers. They are working on getting this constructed. We have a 16-hour day. Let's bump all this up on the priority list. Get some more beavers going. We have so many trees over here. We can probably pause this forester and unpause this one instead. Because there's a lot more for him to plant. But for today, I want to expand the colony like quite a bit. We are working up here. We need to get ready for the bad tide, which means we're going to have to build a big wall of levees across here, and they'll have to divert bad water. Probably going to kill a bunch of trees, but this will be a temporary solution. I think in the long run I want to have some bad water diversions much closer to the source, and then just have it go probably just right down here for that one. And then this one we could go down this chute. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for today. Let's see. Sand artist, you said, could those dams be causing the issue due to flow restriction? Like you said, you believe you're discussing bridges and reservoirs. That sounds about right. We will be getting a reservoir set up, not because of Jay Sean's peer pressure, but just because it's what we gotta do. But yeah, we are gonna go pretty much just straight across. And then we gotta get rid of those trees though. I guess in the meantime, we can just start setting up. But we can low prioritize a few of these. And then we'll go across, but we'll make sure that we can actually get to all this. Don't want to trap any beavers. And then on this side, oh, is there a baby tree? Yes, there is. It is not very close. But then again, we can probably just wait for it to grow up because it's only going to be like 4 or 5 days. We can get this planted, but I don't think they're going to work on it quite yet. At least that's my guess. And then we'll need to keep going up in elevation. So I'll have to get some stairs set up. We'll probably go right here. Yeah, so we'll have stairs right. Oh, I guess now we'll wait till we chop that tree down. What are you going to use to let good water flow? Yeah, for now what I think is, because we don't have, well, I guess I probably should think about that a little bit more, because this is going to be like a big reservoir, but during a bad tide it's going to, you know, contaminate everything. We could use some flow control. Instead of using levees, we could go with a fill valve, because that is dependent on the water elevation on the backside. Whoa. And we don't have dynamite, so going over here was not the best idea, or it's not practical at the moment, because we also don't have add water, which we do have this diverted, which is excellent. But if we went levees, we could just like kind of dump the bad water off the backside, and it'd probably be fewer levees than this will take. But then what about here? Here would be a little bit trickier. We just have to remove some trees, or we could just go kind of around. I guess I'm trying to not get caught up between being perfect and being good enough just to get through a bad tide, you know? You were thinking maybe the upstream dams yourself for flooding issue? Oh yeah, these ones. Yeah. Once we get through this next drought, then I will replace these with the levees. Only have 499 in water. Let's make sure they're all super high priority. Might need to add another water pump soon. We can get started. This stuff's kind of lower on the priority list. Yeah, so we'll lower all this, but I do want them to eventually construct it. Probably this water tank can be lower. You feel the ideal solution for perfection, maybe a ways off, but that could be a goal this live. Yeah, I mean, because we want to get the reservoir up here. which this might not be the permanent reservoir, but I want to get a reservoir, and then, yeah, bad water diversion. And we're already up here. We have all these trees that we could chop down. So we'd have a wood source to build the diversion system, maybe. So maybe we do focus on 2 individual diversion systems and not one big one, because the big one's going to be a bit messier. I think what we need to do is then bump that up. We can low prioritize all of this, because this is not as important now. Okay, we have that done. He's going to chop those down. And so we're going to have this guy unpaused very shortly. But we're going to unmark this and then only mark one path, because we want to be able to get through so we can start building. And then we'll need to be careful because we could trap some beavers very easily. So we'll go, and then how many, we have it at 4 tiles wide. And then we do have a drought approaching. Oh wait, we don't want to do this. We want to remove these, and then we'll unlock that. Fill valve. Place 4 of those. And then that. And then we'll have to go up 1 more. And then as long as we're going over there, I think we'll be fine. There could be some bad water that spills along the backside, so I guess maybe we go out here. Yeah, we're still short on planks, but I think it's still worth going like this. And then we have to actually get up and over here. Oh, placed a random one. Boom, boom. Okay. Feeling good about this. This probably makes a bit more sense. We do need to unpause this guy though. We have only 6 vacant jobs, which is excellent. And then we can get the stairs set up. And so now we'll look at this side. We'll need to remove some trees as well. We'll be intentional about what we have marked to be chopped down. A lot of these trees are going to die during the bad tide, but that's okay. So we'll just go 1 path around. And then we do want to remove some trees over here. Oh, we do have to get down here to remove those. Okay, so we'll add another set of stairs. So we have quite a bit of stuff to work on. We have 6 vacant jobs. We have 4 builders, plus we have 4 in the district center. In terms of what we have, oh nice, he finished planting all this. Pause that guy. We'll have a forester move over here, replant some of those trees. We have 13 kits, so see how close they are. 95, and then a couple 70s. So most of them are pretty young. It's going to take a little while before they grow up. That's okay. But we can remove this platform. Let's just make sure they collect it, and then we can duplicate this. And then as soon as we start having some kids growing up, since we have 8 vacant jobs, if we have, 10 of them grow up, then we're going to need some more jobs for them. But thankfully, we have quite a few lumberjack flags that are paused, and that's going to help get our wood stores up. We also have, oh my gosh, we have a few hauling post jobs. We're going back up to normal because we had 2 of those. Did we pull from this? No, we didn't. I think that we can. I gotta be careful with my extra jobs. I think we'll make this one. Oh, that one is already lower. And then same with this one. We have those 2. We have 2 lumberjack flags over here. Maybe make one of these ones lower. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's get some automation set up. So, I know that some people do automation a little bit differently for these water pumps. The way that I like to do it is with the chronometer, if I can find it. And then have it set to, for this one it'll be every 8 hours. This one will be tied to it, but we want to rename that chronometer to D1 water dump chrono 1, and then we'll get an inverter or a relay. I call it an inverter, but it is a relay. And then this will be the opposite of that. And we'll have this one U1 water dump relay 1. And then we'll have this one tied to that. And I think we got to bump these up because we have a few other things that we're working on that are pretty far away. And then we also got to bump this up. So we'll bump all these up to highest because they're probably working on some of this stuff. Yes. Oh, goodness. That was kind of close. We could go across just to make sure that they can actually reach everything. Yeah, we'll have that in the front. That'll be good. And then maybe we high prioritize, just kind of high prioritize those. Oh my gosh, you guys said a lot. Let's see. Let's see. Got an OT in the building queue. OT in the building queue. What's an OT? I'm blanking. And then log storage on top of mountain near one of the diversion systems. Yeah, we have... Oh yeah, I guess they're... Some of them are pulling this. We probably do want to have a couple storages for the haulers. Both planks. And then that's obtain. Oh, lot. I have a lot in the building queue. Okay, that makes more sense. But yes, I do. Part of why I want to have some more baby beavers grow up. Morning, Jay Sean. You'll be happy to know that we're working on a reservoir. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Also, probably want to automate my water pumpers soon. Oh, we can tie them to this. Because this... Yeah, we'll tie them to that. Because if there's flow rate... Let's go based on that. And then copy settings. And then unpause them so they'll all get paused when there's not water flowing. Not the long run solution. I'll probably have it tied to the two things, both to the water depth and the season. Or maybe I'll have it tied to the season and how much water we have. We do a couple. And then honestly, if you wanted, you could have so many things that it's tied to, because you could go through like this relay. And one of the things you can do is and the and could be dependent on two other relays that are both dependent on ands. So you could have one thing that has like four situations that it needs to look out for. Oh, look at that. Have the turntables. Let's start unpausing some of these guys. And then go another one here. And then we can also bump up how many haulers we have. Oh yeah, because we paused all these guys. So this will automate. Let's see. We have it on flow sensor 1. Yeah, so it paused all them. Kind of makes sense. And I think we'll want to get another builder's hut. In fact, we could duplicate that. Go right here. This will be super high priority because we can immediately use them. And I just spilled some coffee. So we are short on planks, unfortunately, but not really a whole lot we can do about it at the moment. Oh yeah, the drought's only 5 days long, so not too bad. We have these we should probably bump up. And I guess we should probably do the same for that one. So what was I working on? We got that house built, and then we got the water dump relay set up. So now I basically have one beaver working in those two jobs. And then we have 9 jobs that are paused during the drought. Yeah, the bad water diversion is going to be pretty important because it'll probably be like cycle 6 or 7 that will have a bad tide, but for some reason my mind just says if it's cycle 5 that we could have that strike. So okay, did he chop all those trees down? Yeah, so we can have him work on some other trees. And then we are not working on any of this. So we need to bump these up. And then we also got to get a lumberjack flag. Move him over here, because we want him to get some of these trees as well. And I think, yeah, we already have some marked. He's going to get these ones down here, and then just a path. This one is going to take forever, so we're going to actually remove this little baby tree. Bump it up. Oh, did I not mark it? And then I marked those two by accident. What do you think about pausing a couple scavenger flags? Let's see, we have 115. One of them's lowest, or I guess lower. We'll make that a lowest, because yeah, that one doesn't need to be always filled. We're getting some scrap metal at the moment. Yeah, we don't necessarily need to have 3 of them running, but I think we can definitely pause, or I guess lower priority for one of them. And then I think it's probably good to have at least 1, maybe 2. Yeah, if they do max out, then we probably should lower the priority for one of them. But we got to get our plank production up. At one point, I think we were pretty close to being maxed out, so I paused a couple of them, and then we ran out. So I'll unpause all 4 of them. I mean, honestly, we have to get all of them up and running. But we do have 16 kits. And we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are going to grow up very shortly, and then another few that are going to grow up probably another few days. We have 2 vacant jobs. We can bump that up to 10. We have 3 inventors' huts, and then we still have some more lumberjack flags and foresters throughout the colony that we can unpause. So for now, we definitely have work for them. We're doing good on wood. We have about 120 in storage, plus another 100 in the lumberjack flags themselves. I would love to get zip lines, but it is quite an investment. It might be worth it though, because there's going to be so much moving around. It's 700 science, takes some metal blocks and planks, but that could increase our efficiency quite a bit. Ooh, that's always a temptation, is just to get those set up. I have left 0 space for zip lines though. Over here we can put some, let's see, I'd probably remove some trees just to get the zipline station set up. Because how would we want to lay that out? Probably, I think I'd want to have kind of a transfer station around here. I like having it near the houses. And then we'd have some go to the water, some go over here, some go up this mountain. Which also, all this is kind of temporary because we're just trying to get through the bad tide and then make sure we can expand our production. And I still haven't really planned what the mega build up top is going to be yet. So even these diversion systems aren't permanent. Tree farm's looking good. Yeah, we have so much wood. So I am very glad I did this, because we're going to be in a good spot for logs for a little while. But I still want to add more. We have this starting to get set up. We'll eventually get a fluid dump and then just have some more trees growing in the background. Move campfires. You don't like the campfires? I was thinking about putting some overhangs on top, because these have to be on the ground, and having them close to the housing's a good idea. Oh, we have some unemployed beavers. Let's get some additional science going. What about more power to keep industry running during no water? Yeah, I probably do need to get that going at some point. We do have this little mountain we could use for gravity batteries, but if we could get it so that we have just like a lot of production during the wet season, and then we have some other things we could do during the bad tides and the droughts, like we could do extra science production during the droughts, or we could do extra lumberjack flags during the droughts. Then it's kind of cyclical, which, I mean, it's probably better to be consistent, but at least for now we have something that we can use the beavers for. And we're also back down to 0. 0 jobs that are vacant, so we'll add in some more lumberjack flags. And then we'll get a forester on pause soon. We were at 8, we'll go up to 10. And they have made great progress over here. That is fantastic. We have the metal blocks, but not the planks. Oh, so they're just waiting on that, I see. And then we will need to get that, because these fill valves right now are just basically open. So we'll need to get a contamination sensor maybe for this. So that'll be an automation. You have several ways you can go about doing it. I think the contamination sensor would probably be best for this situation. So we can go unlock that. We will eventually put it up here. But they'll need to be able to walk. Maybe we do just we'll put like a platform, have it in here. Okay, so they're starting to work on some of this because they're kind of running out of things they can do. Use extra beavers to power the buildings. Zipline station, replace campfires with zipline station is what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that we'll probably do is I think that we'll get some overhangs on top of these since they have to be ground only. And you can definitely utilize 3 dimensions now since they have these overhangs added in. And then that'll allow them to connect into the houses pretty easily and get down to the ground. Although I might shift well, if we have them here and we have the overhangs on top, they can walk down onto this platform and then down here. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We have 628 science. This is 700. Then we need some overhangs, which would be like 1,000 potentially. Might stick with, I think the 4x1 would be perfect because it can completely cover the campfires. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. But we will unlock this probably first. And then we'll need to have a zip line go somewhere over here. But I'm going to run the bathroom real quick. And we have 0.1 days left. Okay, maybe I'll wait just a minute. Wait till we get through the first day. Make sure everything's up and running because we're going to have a bunch of jobs turn on. So we can speed it up real quickly. And soon we'll be able to pause some of those. In fact, what we could do is set up an inverter for these guys. Basically, we'll pause it when we have all these jobs running. It's not a bad idea. Help automate it a little bit. Let's do that. Relay, not flow sensor 1. These will be automated. Look at that, everything's up and running. Okay, automate. Oh yeah, we have to prioritize this stuff. And then we can leave that. We now have... Do we have some kids grow up? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, 10 jobs? I swear we had like... Oh, it's probably because the water stopped flowing for just a second. Okay, we do have 10 vacant jobs, which means we can pause some of these lumberjack flags. Eight, and then we'll reduce the haulers down to 8 as well. Water low. Oh my gosh, you are so right. Okay, we're going to change some priorities. these are going to be pumped up. We gotta get some more water, because yeah, that was as close as you could get. So we had those bumped up. But I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. It's funny, all you guys were saying water in the chat. But things are looking up. We have all our water pumpers, and they're in the process of building all this. So we'll make sure we prioritize this. We have plenty of storage. Now that we have more beavers, we do need to make sure we have enough water pumping capacity. Sanders, you said you started playing Timberborn last week. You're doing pretty good. Decided to reimagine your system and didn't save the game. Re-image your system and didn't save the game file. Uh-oh. Autosave has helped me before. So hopefully you have autosave enabled. Because if you do, then it should be fine. Now we have none of these prioritized by haulers. What we should do... Oh wait, I wanted to get a water wheel over here. So let's remove this. Can collect it, bump it up. We should probably... Okay, that one is a baby. Move this. High priority. But yeah, we gotta start thinking about the zip lines because we have enough space for it. All zipline stations, so we can go 30 meters, and I'm assuming one tile is 1 meter in this game. So if we had a few right here, we could get all the way across, probably right around here maybe. Yeah, we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be good enough. And then we'll have some zip lines over here. We could probably do some overhangs over the potatoes. And then we just remove one of these. And once again, I guess we could use a 4x1. That would be totally fine. And then we get, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll have zip lines over here. We'll probably have a few, and then, yeah, I think we'll need to remove some trees over here. We just got to make sure that we can actually get all those stations fit in. So I guess we could start with this one. So let's unlock the zipline station for 700. I'm going to pause it real quick. Just make sure that that the trees won't get in the way. Because if we place one, cool. So I think it would show it couldn't reach. Yeah, nothing. They're high enough, the trees won't be in the way. And then it's close enough, and we can even move this way a little bit, so that'll be fine. And then let's pretend we placed one right here, which I don't think I will. Could we get all the way? Not quite. Okay, I can't even place it. Yeah, so we might need to have either a pylon or a beam to connect the ones that are going to be right around here to the one on this side. Although, why would we not want to have one here? Because this one could be good for going across. I don't think we want to have it here yet. We might keep it there. Oh, you formatted the drive it was on? That's no good. Maybe put a small water storage next to reservoir so they can get a drink. Oh, next to the reservoir? Oh, yeah, having some food and water for them to get snacks and stuff. That's a good idea. We can go back up to fast. This stuff they will eventually work on. We are maxed out on metal blocks. Let's get some storage for him. We're going to get a temporary one just right here, just so he can keep producing stuff. So yeah, we want to get some metal block stockpile set up. We have 60 gear storage, 220 plank storage, and then 400 wood. So we're doing good on gears, which is good news. If we need to, we can add some more gear storage. But we still have stuff that are using gears. They are almost done with this. And then we do... Oh, we already have them as high priority. Excellent. Maybe plan to do 2 front or 2 for different directions from the housing hub. And then what about the reservoir? Yeah, I'm probably going to have at least 2 right here. Could have a 3rd one here. Because, yeah, let's see. We want to have 1 going this direction, 1 going this direction, 1 going this direction, 1 going this direction. And then we'll probably want 1 going this direction. Might even want 1 going this direction. So basically it's just going to be like a spoke. This is kind of the central, and then it just goes out linearly. So having 2 in the front and then maybe 1 on the side will probably be a good idea. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But we have a lot for them to build at the moment. This guy has a lot to plant. We have 12 builders, and they are focusing on all this stuff. This is not high priority, technically speaking, but we placed it down first. So we need to start shifting our priority to other things we want done. I'm kind of liking the idea of putting 1 over here, because we can have, if we have 2 right here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go 5, 6. So I think we will want to have one over here. And also this is temporary. It's kind of a cop-out, but it's also, it is what it is. Let's see, we can go up if we wanted. Doesn't really matter. We'll go like this for now. And then can we actually connect these in directly? Oh, sweet. This is kind of temporary. Because this is not the one I intend to have this one connected to. But for now, might as well. That way they can actually utilize it. Okay, they got that done. I think the zipline station will be great. And then, yeah, there's a lot of walking they have to do up here. So getting some zip lines. So we can go like a pylon. Then maybe a station. Ooh, what the heck is happening here? Oh, that's funny. So they finished all this. Should this be levees or should it be some fill valves? Probably shouldn't be levees, honestly. Let's do that. And this. And so that'll help some of the water come through. We'll make sure we collect. Okay, they're just collecting it automatically, but we can still bump that up. And then we'll put down a fill valve and a fill valve. Yeah, they should be able to reach that still. We'll have the target height set to unlimited for now because we don't necessarily want to stop any water from flowing through here. And then I think we'll probably put a couple more once they have placed those down. Food? Uh-oh. We are running low on food. Let's bump this up to 6 in total. Good thing I have you guys. Water's still, I guess it's going up, but it's still low. Okay, we have this guy. He does not have any potatoes. But these guys, oh, let's go to none. That way he can actually pick some potatoes. These guys are focusing on whatever. So I just planted a bucket of food, but honestly we can probably remove some crops to place down farmhouses and such. And then also probably some zip lines. Oh my gosh, we have no food. That was a good, Sanders, you said, you think an incident is coming? I think we'll be fine. We have some more workers. Everything's going to be okay. We are going to bump it up to 18 working hours just for a little bit. Let the farmers work some more. But I am concerned that water's not going up that much. Which means I think we need to add some more water pumpers. So we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to duplicate these and go right around here. And then we'll also high prioritize these. This one will go lowest because that doesn't matter at the moment. Ooh, and we can also... We can fit 2 more of these right here. And then it'll be 5. Actually, we don't need to do that because we are going to upgrade these to the large ones. And those are 3 wide. So we can actually fit, I think, 3 of them here since this will be 9 tiles. And we can shift that path over by 1. I did say I wanted to change these dams to floodgates, but we're short on planks still. And then we have a bunch of other things we're working on, so it's more preferential to get this replaced, so I think we'll just leave it as is for now. Wood is looking great. We actually are almost maxed out on storage. He's sitting around. We can probably reduce how many of these guys we have. Let's pause him, because this forester needs to kind of catch up a little bit. And then let's also go to, oh my gosh, we don't have any of these trees marked to be chopped down. That is hilarious. Okay, well, we're going to mark not all of them, but a lot of them. In fact, let's actually do it this way. We'll leave these ones on the edge because we can get some pine resin from them. And then we'll go here, since we have a couple of these guys that are pretty close to these ones. This is not important, but we'll have a staircase there. We are still short on food, so I think we should probably get another farmhouse. And where do we want to put it? Gonna have one here and here. Maybe we get a farmhouse right here. We're gonna go on the side. So we can put that one back and then mark these ones. Bump it up. Oh nice, they're doing that immediately. And then we can duplicate this guy. Also, we need to bump both of these up to higher priority. Duplicate, place down, super high. 5 vacant jobs is totally reasonable. Have some more water pumpers. So we can store over 1,000 water. And so I'm hoping that we can get to that now that we have 4 more water pumpers. Let's see. You guys are freaking out. It's going to be okay. Not enough beavers. Too many beavers at the same time. Okay. You got to run. See you, Lucky. Good luck to your kids at soccer game. But we have 3 farmhouses now. Why do I not have a carrot planted here? But this guy is now... Ooh, we have builders sitting around. We do not want that. What can we have them work on? I think what we can do, actually, is pause this. And then let's just not automate this. So 2 of them are occupied, 1 is not. That's okay. But if we can just get a little bit of extra science, that'll be helpful. Looks like we have a few more people who have joined. We're up to 12 viewers. Welcome, everyone. You're just being funny. Raise the stakes of the stream for viewer engagement. That's fair. Which sometimes it does feel like, you know, if you guys are watching and I'm talking about the water up here, but food's drastically dropping, then it could get bad. So you're not wrong. So we are short on metal blocks. Let's prioritize. Oh, we gotta definitely prioritize this guy. He's probably having to walk. 46%. Yeah, he has to walk to go get the scrap metal. So that's not efficient right now. But now we'll have the haulers bring him some stuff. Which we are almost maxed out on scrap metal. That one's not occupied. I think we can lower the second one. I think that was a good suggestion, Sand Artist, to reduce how many of those guys we have. And then we're doing fine on workers. We might want to... Now, if I increase the population, I got to be pretty darn careful because we're teetering with food. but now we do have 3. So we have more than doubled how many farmers we had just a few days ago. So we should see the food start to go up quite a bit, because this guy is going to have plenty of grilled potatoes. We have 3 farmhouses that are all full and super high priority. We could always add a 4th one. Let's go. Just connect this all in. It's not super important. In fact, we can probably low prioritize this. But that would be helpful to connect everything in. You know, I have all the pines, but would more farms make sense? More tree farms? Right now I'm feeling pretty solid on wood. They are starting to chop through this stuff. And then we have all of these. Wait, too far from a district? Oh, we never connected this in, that's why. We have all that. So they can work on this. We can get a fluid dump placed over here. Nope, that's the wrong thing. And then we can also get a forester over here, but these will be kind of low priority items. Although I guess we do have it set to normal priority. We'll lower this a little bit. But not a bad idea to get some more trees. I don't know how far the water's going to reach. How far is this guy's? Okay, he can go all the way over here. Although we do need to have some paths set up. Let's go like this. And then some lumberjack flags. We could fit some on here. Then we can also get a tooth grindstone. But all of this is going to be low. In fact, we could... Nope. Okay, well, he's already doing that. Those ones can all be super low. These can be kind of low. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So if they have stuff they need to work on, they can always do this stuff, but I'm not concerned about wood at the moment. We have 450 and we still have so much to be chopped down. Same with all this. I need to expand food production. We have a lot of food that is not being tapped into, but what we could probably do is get some beehives, which means we need paper. So we could always look at doing that. We have plenty of wood, but no planks. So let's go, oh wait. That will go right here. Actually, how do I want to do this? I think what we want to do, we're going to go with the platform right here. And then we can unlock the paper mill for 250 science. Bada boom, bada bing. We can remove these two because we don't need them. But that is a good point that we could be running out of food, especially with how many beavers we have now. Because yeah, we don't have a whole lot stored up. And then yes, we do need to get that last water wheel constructed. This one will be, we'll leave this at normal priority. Yeah, because we're not Yeah, we got a few things to work on. We're doing great on wood, which is oftentimes an issue. Water. Oh, I'm feeling great about water now, which is great. Okay, we can probably automate some of these so we can get... How do I want to set this up? We're going to go over here, automation, and it's under resource counter. And it's perfect. This will be water measurement if it is less than, what percentage do we want? Threshold, we want it to be, if we have less than 90% of our water capacity, then we want to turn on. And that means that we want to have these two guys tied to this. But we got to prioritize this and then also rename it. So this is going to be D1 water. We'll go 90% water counter. So they can, oh, we need paper. Well, good thing we're working on getting this set up. Let's high prioritize this too. So they're paused, but we have 1,000 water, so that is totally fine. This, we need some planks. We are still actually pretty short on planks, which is not great. I assumed that having all these guys working would be fine. Oh, I never... I never made it so that we either prioritized them by haulers or had some wood being delivered right next to them. So we're going to remove this and this. And then we're going to use this space right here for some storage. Have this set to obtain and wood. And then we want to have one more. This is going to be set to planks and supply. And then we're going to do the same over here. So we are just waiting on some planks to get that sorted out. And then this, I assume we just need paper and planks. We have 8 vacant jobs. Food is not going up a whole lot. So yeah, we might want to think about maybe getting some more food over here, at least temporarily. They can reach over here. I vote we just get a farmhouse. He can reach pretty much everything. Bump that up. We'll go down to 1 beaver, high priority. And then we just want to get some extra crops. So I think for now we'll just stick with these. That way we don't need to process them. This will be just kind of our food backup. Start growing some. Now we could have a bad tide coming, and if we do, then we are absolutely screwed. But I'm hoping not. We also don't need that. Oh, we don't have planks. Okay, is this guy... Oh, okay, he's been making good progress. He is working on getting all the trees that we allowed him to cut down. So that's going to be pretty good. This over here, how's this looking? We are still short on... Oh wait, they need to work on this. Okay, we probably need to turn some builders back on. Let's see. Shoot. Well, I was saying if we had a bad tide that we're screwed. And I think that we're going to be in trouble. We are going to be in trouble. I think we should remove these dams because we don't want the bad water to get higher. So, because we're not going to... Yeah, I think we're just going to start removing these because there's not going to be water, you know, piled up. So we're going to remove all of these. Yeah, we don't have anyone who would go in the water at the moment, I don't think. Yeah. Cool. Well, we were not in time for the bad water, or for the bad tide. So the water elevation should be dropping. That might change the irrigation a little bit. We are going to lower all of this. That's going down to 0. Yeah, sand artist may have called it. We'll go down to 0. I know we're going to lose some crops and all that, but okay, when it comes to like 1.5 days before, we're going to set everything to gathering. We don't really need to worry about this. That guy can just stop. On the bright side, we can keep producing stuff even if we lose a lot of things. Yeah, let's duplicate that small pile and do the same for this. Ooh, it looks like we have the zipline station up and running. I love it. And then 500 science, we have enough. We could get the pylon set up, or we could get the zipline beam. I'm kind of leaning towards the pylon. Beam will be helpful getting around here, but we don't necessarily need it. So we're going to get that unlocked. And then how far can it go? About here, so we could probably do it right here. Maybe we're going to go in this corner and then go up. Let's try that. If we go here, although maybe we just do a station here instead. That might be better. Make sure we connect that one in. Yeah. And then we can bump these up a little bit on the priority list, because we don't have everything set up for the bad tide, unfortunately. Still missing some resources. We're doing okay on metal blocks. Could have more. We probably honestly need to bump some of these up. Okay, 1.5 days. We're switching to harvest. It's harvest time. Get all the food you can before you lose it. All the trees are going to be fine up here. But we do need to get some farms that are independent of the water going through the river. So we could always plant some up here. It's not a bad idea. Let's just start that. Super high priority. Let's just try and get some food. Because these grow up in 4 days. Those are 5 days. Let's do this. We'll just try and get some food. Which we might not lose all of it, or we might lose all of it. I feel like during the first bad tide, since it's only a day long, that typically not all, this is not like completely contaminated. There's a lot of contamination, but not completely. It could be a short one, which means not too much damage. We'll just need to replant. You suggested that 10 minutes ago. Were you talking about... Remind me what... I've said so many things. I don't know what you were referring to. Was it the farm up here? Oh, you said you had the... Was it the... Is that what you said? I saw you... We're talking about the pine. Maybe another farm. That might have been it. Well, yeah, we got some guys planting some crops up here. The new farm? Okay. That makes sense. And you know what I'm thinking is that I'm going to take inspiration from this and then kind of emulate what we've been doing with the tree farm and try and get some more farms that are set up that are kind of more consistent. So I think we're going to have some tree farms over here. What about space for some actual farms? We could go up here. This wouldn't be a bad spot. We just need to make sure that we have no bad water getting over here. It's going to be a little bit of investment to get up here, since we'll want to use some zip lines for sure. But I think we could probably work on that during the next wet season. Because really we don't want to have the farms up here. At least not at the moment, since we don't have the bad water diversion system set up yet. Once this guy chops those trees down, we can start thinking about getting this diversion system set up. The low land across the river, by the end of the river, already has a lake for fluid pump. Oh yeah, I guess we have this spot. Yeah, I am a little... And the problem is that if we have a bad tide coming through here, I guess if we do have a fluid dump here, this one's definitely removed enough. I would need to do something like this so that bad water can't flow in here. Something like that. But we have the bad tide rolling through. Only a day long. But we're seeing the crops slowly starting to die. Well, first it's losing the irrigation. Oh, look at, we have a few potatoes that are that are safe. .7 days. Still just a hair of irrigation. It's hanging on, but that's going to change very soon. Worst case scenario, we could collect some berries up here if we needed, but I hope it doesn't get to that. These guys planted all their crops, so we can pause them. And we have some contamination creeping in. We're going to fast forward because I don't want to just like watch it slowly happen. Let's just get it over with. Pull the band-aid. I mean, these guys are... Yeah, there's not much water. I don't know how they're extracting water from here. There's not many crops left, but we can switch these back to planting if they have the opportunity to. Well, right, so we do have some carrots. Died from contamination. Thankfully, that was not the worst that it could have been. So we had some stuff die. Some died from drying out. Some died from contamination. Unpause. Okay, we'll slow it back down. But we had some of these birch trees die, but that's okay, because these ones, there's a reason I chose those to be along the bank. So we do have some paper now. Oh, we are almost maxed out on paper. We gotta get some storage set up also. I gotta start thinking about things. Storage. We have some storage over here, but not a whole lot. Could probably get some. Would this be a good place? We go on top of the potatoes. If we get some of these overhangs. Although we are pretty short on planks still. I think we'll duplicate this. Get that placed down. Bump this up. And then let's do the same. We'll do this one more time. Zip lines are being well used. Yeah. Yep, I'm pretty glad that we got... Ooh, look at that. We got all of these set up now. Yeah, this is going to be very helpful for getting the rest of this constructed. We have almost all that set up. And then let's just make sure we have the path going over here. And then... how's this guy doing? I love it. Okay, so we can start going around. 1, 2. 1, 2. Something like this maybe. We'll just start slowly. All the way across. Yeah, we'll go like this. Because we have to go up a bit. So that'll be something for them to work on when they have the opportunity. We can probably... no, we'll leave it at normal. Jay Shawnee said it looks like the bad water spilled into the lake. Oh, it doesn't look like the bad water spilled into the lake. Yeah, and part of that is because I lowered all this, but we don't want to keep it low forever. Ideally, we want it to be, you know, higher up. And then we also can get some floodgates set up over here. I am going to move them forward a little bit. Ooh, we're going to go forward like this. We're going to go to this level. You won't be able to reach it, unfortunately. And you'd say, why don't I just put them back? Well, I do want to make these into 3x3s. Not yet, but at some point. So we'll have a path in front and then 3x3s so we can fit a little bit more. Look at that. How are these sunflowers already grown up? I guess they didn't die during the drought, which is good. Or during the bad tide. But we have some food. And then I bet some of these are getting close. We could probably just leave this as kind of a backup and then focus on the crops down here. Although maybe pause one of these, since all these crops are probably going to take a little while to grow up. Yeah. So we're going to pause this one and then unpause this one. And we have so much water that... Oh, okay, these guys were paused, but now they just unpaused because our resource counter bumped us right at the threshold. Oh yeah, I never got any storage for this guy. Oh, what am I doing for storage, guys? We have some choices. We could make some right near here. I kind of like having a central hub for storage. Here we don't have a whole lot of space. Maybe we go over here. I think we'll get some storage over, well... Oh yeah, I wanted to go on top of here, but then it was... Whoa, we have a lot of planks now. That's good. The 4x1s, we don't have enough science for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be perfect. We can fit some storage on top of here as soon as we get those 4x1s unlocked. We can also get those... Uh-oh. We have some injured beavers. Where do we want to place them? Let's remove these. Then we can get a staircase going down here. And then we can get some medical beds set up. And then we can bump... Basically, if you build anything we want to be worked on, we have to bump it up to higher priority now. Okay, and then I'm going to stop lollygagging and just get a warehouse down. I'm going to get 2 warehouses down. Both of them set to paper. Papers, please. We are getting close to maxing out our gear storage, which means we'll soon need to get some more. That is at 260. Grilled potatoes. Let's switch this one to gears, because we can store grilled potatoes in here. Yeah, we'll need to get some storage solutions figured out. Campfire area. Yeah, we could do some storage. I mean, because we could go... As soon as we get that 1000 science, I'm unlocking this. We'll have the overhangs on top. We could put some storage on top of those overhangs and then put the zip lines on top of that. Would not be a bad idea. We could connect this in if we went up one. And then if we went like this, if I can place it. And then we could go down. Let's see. So we could do some storages right here. Oh wait, I don't know if we want to do that. I don't know if we want to do that. It'd be kind of nice to go up an elevation directly from the zip line. Might need to replace this staircase, or this path of the staircase going up. And then if we did put that there, we would go down, maybe go 2, and then go down to the side, and then 1 more, and then we could keep it at the second elevation. And then if we wanted, we could go up one more. I guess it depends on how many tiers of storage we want to have. I was planning on putting in some of these medium warehouses. I think we're going to try doing that. We'll get some zip lines that are going to be kind of high up, and then have some storages underneath. I'm liking that. We're getting close. We are going to remove this, and the beaver's going to hate it because they can't use a zip line now. We can remove all these paths, and then we'll get this set up. Make sure we high prioritize all these because this is kind of essential. And then it's going to go down right here. Boom, boom. Yeah, because we'll go... Let's get that extra science. We have pretty much all them working. Food is going up, which is good news, but we need to get some more storages for all the foods. We have 6 jobs that are vacant. We'll pull from these as soon as we hit that 1,000. We'll unpause this farmhouse. Oh, we gotta connect these in. Let's bump these up on the priority list. We want to make sure this guy, yeah, he's just kind of sitting around. Okay, so they have this one done. I like that. So now, no bad water should be getting over here. They are working on any of this. Probably not. This guy can still get in and out. Now we do need to get a contamination sensor set up. Let's go one of these. And then where's automation? Contamination. If it is, oh gosh, let's see. So if it goes above 2%, that measurement is above 2%, then it'll turn on. And if it's on, see, contamination sensor 1. If it's on, we want it to be closed. If it's off, leave it open. And then those are all synced. So this will be I guess contamination sensor 1 is, let's go D1 sensor. Oh wait, whoops, we gotta have the 1 in there. Sensor 1. And then we'll do the same thing over here. This will be sensor 2. $991 signs. We are so close. We are so freaking close. 4x1. 1,000 science. There we go. Okay, now we gotta just start building all this. I'll pause real quick. Let's just... I'm just thinking I'll have a lot. So let's see. We can go medium warehouses. How many can we fit? Here and here. Is there any reason why we would not want to do it like this? Because if we go with some of these, oh, we can't go on top of that. We can replace that one. And then just go like this. And we will have one right here. And then for the second level, because for here we could use some small storages. And then we'll leave a little gap here in case we need to like get in and out for some reason. And then basically just do the same for the second level. Go right along here, here. And then we can add some more on this side. We can use some more overhangs. So we can get some more storage. Yeah, I'm liking this. This will give us a good amount. We don't need to unlock the large warehouse yet because that's a bit of science, and then also a lot of planks and I think gears also. Is that right? No, just planks. Yeah, it's a lot of planks. Ooh, we are running super low on wood. Okay, well, we're going to have to think about things also. We have these spaces. So we also want to get some zip lines. So we wanted to get at least 2, maybe 3 zip lines up here. 3 would not be a bad idea. We could fit some. Let's just place this down. I don't think we'll keep it all. But then we can go to the zip line, and we're gonna have so much real estate. So we could go a couple right here, and then even a third one right here. This one could go over here and down here, and this one could go across to this one, and then we'll have this connect into this one, and then this one could go sideways. This one could then go over here. This one could go over here, and then we might have one maybe that wants to go up there for some reason. So I think 3 would be fine. We got a lot to work on though. Let's low priority all this. And then how essential is it that we get this done right now? I think that it's probably not more important than this bad water diversion system. So I think we leave it at normal. At least for now. We'll probably want to get those floodgates set up soon. We are out of wood. Wood. Yes. I hear ya. We're going to pause this builder's hut. Unpause that lumberjack flag. Unpause this one and this one. And then we have those going. Oh yeah, I wanted to unpause this farmhouse. Because now we have a lot of crops, which is great news. Now we have 9 bacon jobs. Pulled from those 3. It hasn't pulled from these 2 though. So that is good. We're doing good on planks. Let's pause one of these for now. Yeah, food's going up. We'll want to obviously change some storages. Let's get carrots in a couple of these. Sunflower seeds. potatoes. And then we'll need to have some gears and some paper. And then these ones aren't going to be built for a while. So maybe we'll get some pine resin, which we're not even collecting it yet. But maybe by the time we get this, we will have thought about a tapper shack. And then I don't even know what else. Let's just do more paper. 60 wood. We have plenty of trees. And then we have even more trees over here. So we got lots of wood to collect. How close are these ones? 60, 70. Yeah, some of them are on the back half of regrowing up, which is great news. Some of these have not grown up in the first place. Pause a couple wood workshops. Planks are taking all the wood. Yeah, we paused one, but we're going to be using a lot of planks here shortly. Let's see, we can still store some more. So we'll leave it at 5 for now. We might pause one more in a little bit. But we just added in 3 lumberjack flags. So he's going to keep replanting. We probably want to start this stuff. I probably want to get this prioritized. Right now it's all low priority, but we're going to finish these and then get those sorted too. So they should do these ones first because we place this stuff down before we place this. And then we still don't need to do any of the lumberjack flags over here. So we got a few things. We're doing great on water. We could probably copy the settings for this so this guy can be paused sometime. Because yeah, we're doing great on water. We have almost maxed out our storage, honestly. This one, move to normal, get some extra storage. We have 0 carrot storage. That's kind of crazy. How are we doing on scrap metal? We are going down on scrap metal. I mean, this guy is being prioritized. Might want to bump this up. We have dropped quite a bit. We'll go back to normal. Which I think it should pause, or should have pulled. Yeah, so we have 5 of these jobs, and then we have 2, and then 2. So what is that, 9? I think we have another 2 over here. 10. Oh, did I not connect this in? Oopsies. Although he doesn't really... Okay, they're about to finish these 2, which is important. But then once he gets oh, this is the 11th job. Oh, we have more. We have more. Let's see, we can probably reduce this. We're doing great on food now. We can go down by a couple. We can even, yeah, we're just going to pause him because he's not working anyways. What about these lumberjack flags? This guy has, okay, he's just waiting around. We'll pause him. This guy has done a good job. We did not mark that tree. We are going to mark this tree. He's getting those last ones. Soon we, look at that. Then we go to 5. That is funny. We had like 13 vacant jobs. I paused what felt like 3 or 4 jobs, and now we're down to 5 vacant jobs. If we increase happiness, will we get more babies? They'll grow up faster. We only have 1 free bed, but we probably do need to do some well-being stuff soon. We have the 3 foods, the basics, and then what else? Campfire, rooftop terrace, and contemplation spot. We do some aesthetics. Those are a pretty easy fix. Let's see, decoration. Let's go with the roof. It's very, very easy. And then we already have the shrub unlocked. Let's do that. And then we'll just toss a couple more on. That should get us in a little bit better spot. We'll go up by probably about 2 well-being points. We can probably go down to 16 hours also. And then I probably need to add... Ooh, you know what? I think I should add some more campfires. And then use some overhangs. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to remove some of this. So we'll go that one and this one. Over here, we'll go those 3. And then if we go along here, we can fit the campfire in. Whoops, we don't need that to be prioritized. And then we'll probably want to go along here also. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, we can fit 2 campfires. This one we don't need to remove a whole lot more, which is good. Duplicate this. We'll have that path going some undisclosed amount. I can't see how far it goes. Oh, perfect. And then duplicate right here and here. And then we'll set those up. I think we can prioritize these campfires because those are pretty low investments. Just take some logs. And then we can get some more of these storages placed back down. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So what I rip out, was it the potatoes, carrots? Oh, it might have been sunflower seeds. So I think the potatoes are in the front. Yeah. Sunflower seeds for both of these. Hello, Robert, or Roberto. Can the beavers use the middle station? Doesn't look like hooked up. The middle station. Oh, this one? Oh. You are absolutely right. We need to actually get this set up. That was a good catch. Yeah, otherwise this is kind of useless as a station. It's just acting as a pylon. Although it's still faster, I bet, for the beavers to go down here and then walk back. But this one, if we got that set up, that'll actually make this useful. Probably also want to bump these up. We're on day 10. Get those to 0.65. We are short on... Huh? We have logs and planks. A little confused. Okay, we are pretty much maxed out. We're going to pause one more of these. But we'll keep an eye on it because it could drop. Excellent. This guy is looking good. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3 fluid dumps. Probably want to get another one over here. And then what we could do is do some automation. We'll get another one of these. Duplicate. Does the name stay the same? No. Let's go here. We'll copy that. We're going to use almost all of it. D1 water dump chrono 2. And then this one can be based off of here. And then we can have this one. We'll get the relay set up and then have it inverted. D1 water dump chrono 2. And this one can be based off of this. But wait, what do we have that first one called? This one is called D1 water dump relay 1. So this will be the same thing but for 2. Perfect. And then we'll want to get a zipline station, I think, over here, and then another one going across to here. So if we have one set up. We just got to make sure it actually can reach. It looks like that connects to all of these. That's good. So we'll have that go here, and then we'll get one more. Oh, is this too far? Oh, it probably is. What if we move this? Because this one is... yeah, that's close enough. Let's go right here instead. We're at the edge. Dang. Well, not much we can do about it. And we could place it right here. And then we can take advantage of this space. Get some farmhouses on top. Just gotta get a path set up. One, two, three. So we could fit 1, 2 farmhouses. I bet we could fit some more. 1, 2, 3. No, we might just stick with 2. Might just keep it easy. And then we are going to add in, whoops, add this in. Actually, we're going to move this one. We're going to go right along here. And then we'll duplicate it, but flip it. That way they can go in all directions. Although it would be nice if they could go forward more. Do we want to get the fluid dump back here? Maybe I'm overthinking this a little bit too much. But this one we can connect in to this. Connect in to this one. Let's see. Yeah. Cool, we're on day 11, cycle 6. We're doing great on water. Fantastic. Food's looking good. We don't have any grilled potatoes, unfortunately. I need to plant some. Yeah, we actually have not a lot of potatoes. We have so many of these. Let's start changing them. Going to clear out pretty much all this. And then some of this as well. This guy's going to be a potato man. And then we can also start raising this up some more. 0.6. These are 0.3. We'll go up to 0.5. I think that's what we had before. These are all 0.65, which is great. We have 4 vacant jobs. Let's unpause this builder's hut. This guy, ooh, he can reach up onto these. I like seeing that. Let's get some more trees planted. And then he can go all the way to this corner. And then he can reach almost all the places he can. I think we probably want to move one of these also to be right here, because this guy can help with some of these trees. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we can fill some of this in with dirt or water or whatever in the future. On the bright side, looks like wood is in a better spot. We have this diversion system set up. Let's just get this done. And then we also are working our way over here. So they're getting those. They should be able to reach all this. Oh, we gotta remove these. I'm not waiting for these to grow up. Oh, I gotta mark these trees too. 1 row off. And then remove this one. And then I honestly probably want to have some sluices here instead of these levees. I guess I could leave them and then have the sluices on top. There's no reason I can't do that. We'll have those. And we have a drought approaching. Let's see. We could use these ones, which also it's interesting when you have waterfalls trying to get these fill valves timed up. Once we start building this up more, these fill valves could be useful for incrementally releasing some water to irrigate all this. Floodgates are done. How's the bad water stuff going? We could add to the reservoir wall. Sand artist, I think you and I are on the same page. Because yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is like we can start building this up. As soon as we get this diversion system set up, then we'll be in a great spot. So hopefully we can get these removed. We can reach all of them, it looks like. We probably just need to bump it up. In fact, you know what I'm thinking is that let's just mark those two, and honestly we should probably just get these ones while he's down there. And then once he gets all those, we can remove these stairs and then just have them go across to start placing the stuff. Now I'll just make it a little bit easier. And we have already maxed out our paper storage. Let's pause this guy. He is doing fantastic. We might need to unpause this forester. Let's see, how many of these guys we have? We have 8. Okay, we're doing good on food. I think we're going to add some more housing, because I want to have some more beavers working. We could fit some more over here per chance. We go on top of this. We could probably, I think I want to go backwards over here. How do you want to do this? We can move these guys if we need to. This is a whole funky arrangement, not really what I want. We could go up instead. Because right now, let's see, they go up. They could, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Bump this up a little bit. Then we can remove these and then start getting some more housing placed over here. We probably need to start getting some bad water pumps. We have bad water up here. We'd want to get a zip line over this direction for sure. So we are in the process of getting those up and running. Let's see, what this guy? So if we place one right here, that can connect in. Do we need to elevate this at all? Let's go to 1. This one, is it too steep? Oh, it's not too steep at all. That connects in. Ooh, interesting. So it interferes with... Oh, it's too far. That one's not too far, so that'll be perfect. Oh, I did want to have one for the water pumpers. So we'll just have an interim one right here. So, quite a few zipline stations, but I really like just trying to maximize all the beavers' time. Let's see. Sandor said you've been watching my videos so long now. I think you're having the same ideas the exact same time you are. Yeah. Yeah, you've been to pretty much all the live streams. I don't know what your first one was, because I think I did like 3 or 4 on, I think it's called Canyon, which is one of the smaller maps. And then I switched to Oasis after that. But I don't remember exactly when the first one that you showed up was, but it feels like you've been at pretty much all of them. And don't forget to remove the stairs in front of the zipline station. No, so I'm going to leave the stairs and then instead, because before I had the stairs going up, but I didn't have any of this stuff connected in, so it was just stairs to here and then you couldn't access it. But I am going to leave the stairs because that's how you get around. Yeah, so you go up and then a little bit of up and down. But this is not going to be the one that is normally connected to this one. This one will be connected, I think, to this one. Oh, we can fit that right now. And then we are going to remove this connection because it's going to be kind of unnecessary. So what we'll probably do is then connect this one into here. And then we can also... Oh, we might not want to do that, because then this can only have one connection. Let's see, because this one will definitely want to go across. We could have that one connected to this. In fact, we might want to, now I'm thinking about it. And then this one would also go across. We could add in a fourth one. And then, yeah, we have some choices. But yeah, I think we'll probably connect this in just because then we don't have to have the beavers. Wait, how do we get over here? Can you tell I didn't think this through, guys? Okay, right now there's no way for the beavers to get up here. So if you want to connect into this, spiral staircases will be very helpful, I will say. If we could get some of those, that'd be nice. We can replace this one with spiral staircases, and then we could go down right here. So maybe we want to start thinking about getting that wood workshop unlocked. Also, we are dropping in planks now. I'm going to pause both those, or unpause both of those. You saw Olive Oasis, Sand Artist? That's good. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was very different just because there wasn't like a water river flowing. It was just a little pond that like didn't overflow. So. And then Jay-Sean, you said, yes, we can. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, we can. I believe you. We are pretty much, well, we're not less than, but it's turned off. Okay. I wanted to add more housing in, and then somehow I got sidetracked. Oh, but now we have this set up, so we can remove this connection. And therefore we can remove all these. And you know what? Oh, wait. What if we do this in the front, and then we can make some larger housing. Yeah, I think we could do that. We go a couple of doubles. We can do some doubles over here as well. Yeah, I like to maximize the space that I'm using. I was watching Storm's Lord of the Rings playthrough. I'm only a few episodes in, but he was making stuff like I'm watching it and it's just like so different to how I would construct things. But it is pretty refreshing seeing a different seeing someone play it a different way than I do. So, gave me some good ideas. But for housing for here, I think we're going to add in, replace this one. We can also speed it up. We can remove this, bump these up to high priority. And we actually have not unlocked the double lodge yet, so this will be perfect. We'll get that placed and then high prioritize that as well. And then next we'll do the same over here. Get one more path. Oh, this will be good because then we could do something similar over here. So we'll go around. Although maybe we'll do a triple lodge here. And then we'll have some stairs that go up that kind of tie into this. So the beavers can get up and down kind of a couple ways. Gotta go to the store. See you, Jay-Sean. Glad that you're able to stop by. And we will be getting that reservoir done. Probably not today, but we will be working on it. And then, let's see, this guy, can they reach these? Yeah, they can reach them. Just not prioritizing them. Okay, look, we just jumped up to 12 vacant jobs. Oh, it's probably because of this, these water pumpers. Those turn on and off. So they should be all pausing pretty soon as this flow sensor reduces. Oh yeah, and I did want to get the wood workshop up and running. We have 740 science. I don't think there was anything I wanted to unlock. Look at that. They're getting all these up and running. As soon as this one is done, then we can have this connection severed. Viewers probably didn't like that, but then we can do this connection. And then right now they just use this as a transfer station, and then they have to go down here to access anything else. But soon we'll be able to, where is it? Get the wood workshop unlocked. We have 800 science, so we can almost unlock it. We'll probably need some more of these water wheels. We can build one, we won't be able to reach this one. We can change that. And then we're doing good on wood, but not planks. Oops. 800 science. Although we do need the tapper shack. Thankfully we have some pine resin to be collected, but we gotta actually get a tapper shack going. But we do have a vacant job, or an unemployed beaver, so we can toss him in there. How are we doing on everything else? I think we can probably prioritize this. We'll have another lumberjack flag. We can bump up the haulers. Yeah, planks are not looking good. We're spending a lot over here, and now we have no production. We probably need to do something for our power situation. Maybe get some gravity batteries. Maybe some windmills. Geothermal, I'd love to use those, but I think these are the only two. I don't know if there's any more around the map. There's a plane flying overhead. Sounds like a big one. Yeah, for power, I mean, we could get some gravity batteries up here. Also, it was very interesting watching Storm's playthrough is that he takes his time playing through everything. He was on cycle 12 and it was episode 3. And I'm like, geez, that's it's just much slower than I play. Which he's probably a little bit more intentional. But like, this is the second live stream and it's cycle 6. Which the live streams last longer than the recordings do. Wait, they can't reach these? You know, that kind of makes sense. So let's do this. Here and here. Get a little bit of extra water. Okay, so we have all this. Excellent. We can remove this. Bump that up. And then you may be saying that we can reach it, but I just realized that we can, because we can walk onto this one. And then we'll get those fill valves. Those ones will be right here. Although that one's going to be useless. Unless we shift everything over, which I guess we could. Might as well. Go right along the backside. We have all those. Can he reach all this? Oh, he can't reach that one tree. Let's see. I know we already constructed these, but if we remove these and instead we prioritize all this, then he should be able to reach that once they... Yeah, he will be able to reach it. So that'll be good. Z Sanders, you said, you know, it'd be cool, hollow out the big old mountain and make it a huge bad water power factory. Over here. Bad water power factory? I don't exactly know what you mean by that. I mean, hollowing out that part seems straightforward, but... We definitely want to get some gravity batteries set up over here, though. The question is, how do I want to set that up? We actually have the perfect area for getting some staircases. If we go like that, and then how do you want to connect the power in? I think if we move this metal block storage, kind of just tossing things around, because this will be metal blocks. We could go like this. We need to get the vertical power shaft unlocked. Maybe something like that. So they can reach all this. They won't be able to reach those two. But we can make that work if we do this. Let's make it look a little bit cooler than this. I'm just kind of tossing stuff together. We do want to be able to go up from here. So let's go... Let's go like this. Perfect. And then we can get some of these. How much signs? This is crazy expensive, so we're gonna hold off on that. Let's see. Because if we go one on each side, and then we get some more, we do something like this, and then maybe we get some platforms. So we could probably raise this one up then. But we're going to go up even one more, because this makes it way easier to construct everything. And then let's see, do I have this set to the right? Because I don't have the gravity batteries unlocked. Where am I looking? Right here. 4 in science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So we'll go, once we get enough, we're pretty close. Now they can't reach any of this at the moment. But what we could do, let's see, we'll just move that path over. And then we'll get the staircase set up like so. And then yeah, we'll go like this. And then here. And then I think we should be able to reach everything. Because we can build up from here. We can build this one. Then we can build those two. We can build this one. Build over. Build up. Yeah, I think this should all work out. And then we can eventually get some dynamite and just start blasting away. And then we can either extend it or emulate it. We might want to extend it from the other side. That look kind of cool, just like a big bridge of gravity batteries. But this will give us a good amount of power. It will take a lot of resources to get it up and running. But, you know, gotta start somewhere. So we will have them work on this when they can. We still have a couple days left in the drought. We have so much water. I forgot to have these ones also tied to this. So they pumped everything dry. Oh, lovely. Let's see. Sanders, you said like 3D water path flowing from top to bottom in a zigzag fashion. Bottom layer flowing off the map if it was bad water. Oh, I see. So we're using that for power production. Yeah, that would be that'd be interesting. It'd be cool having like a 3D water power production. But yeah, like you said, that would be later in the game. Looks like they can reach all this. We have our crops that are all going to die, 0.2 days. Even the sunflower seeds. Well, actually, some of those might survive. So we got to make... Let's see. So if this is on, then these guys are on. We need to add a relay. And then this relay is going to be and. And so it's going to be the 90% water counter and flow sensor, which we want to rename this to D1 10, no, 0.1. Meters per second was 0.1. Meters per second water flow send. Okay, we're out. D1.1 meters per second water flow. We'll call it that. And then yeah, so then this one is going to be dependent on this. And then we can copy settings to those 4. Yeah, so this means these guys are only going to be working if we are below 90% of the water that we have. And then also we have at least 0.1 cubic meters per second, which is labeled as meters per second, but you can't do superscripts in here, so it's close enough. But thankfully the drought is over. Cycle 7 has begun. Thank you, Sand Artist. I appreciate you showing up, and also thank you for the super chat. Wife demands you go out with lunch with her. That is totally reasonable. Enjoy your time at lunch. See you at one of the next live streams. So these are all paused, but they're going to turn on very shortly. And then, why are these not turned on? Are we above? Hold the phone. So this turns... Wait a second. So we have... If the water... Oh, did I do the wrong thing? No, did I? Relay 2. Oh wait, it's because we haven't actually constructed this. That's why they're not on. Doi. Okay, we're doing good on water. Oh, great. Well, we're going to have some flooding, apparently. That's what you love to see. Hopefully it stabilizes a little bit. Okay, what about the storages? So we actually can use some storages now, which is great. We have no metal. We have a good amount of scrap metal. We do want to turn on that. And then we're going to automate these again. Oh wait, just want to do 3. Copy settings, we'll unautomate that. And then also plant some more potatoes. This guy is replanting some of his crops. We're doing good on food though. And then, ooh, why is this guy paused? Pause by automation. He should turn on soon. Water dump chrono 2. Oh, we never constructed it. Shoot. I'm gonna unautomate it. Okay, we can also pause this guy because he has planted all the trees. Or he's planted as many trees as he can for now. Oh, we have a lot that we need to mark. Oh my gosh. Okay, we missed a few, but we're getting there. We can probably pause these guys. This guy's vacant. Guess I'll pause him as well. We should get that one up and running though. And then let's try and do the same for those two. We are short on all the materials. We're actually maxed out on wood. We'll pause the lumberjack flag. We'll start pausing a few of them around here. We don't need to have all these guys working. And we don't need to have flooding. I think that it's time that we unplant some of these trees. Whoopsies. All those ones. And maybe even these ones. And then we're just going to erect some more levees because I am tired of flooding. Oh, we also need to remove this. I know what I wanted to use my science on. It was a tapper shack. I think we have enough for it. Yeah, 500. But we do need to bump these up to be removed. Now let's get that potato, 2 potatoes finished. And then we have a lot of these individual warehouses. Oh gosh. Let's not make it easier. Let's go down. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, so what do we want to store? We have a good amount of paper and gear storage. We're almost maxed out on sunflowers. Let's get some more berries. Let's get some raw potato storage. I don't think we'll actually have a whole lot. We'll just store a little bit more sunflowers, and then we'll put some pine resin in there. And then we also want to get, so this one will be connected in soon, but we're missing some of those resources, and then also we have not prioritized this. We can plant some more birch trees. So now that this is finished, we can have this automated, so it'll be paused. Sometimes customize. You can do different colors, that's cool. Let's do green. So it'll be, yeah, it'll be green when it's on. Let's do the same for these ones. Same with this one. Let's just make them all green. Oh, that's cool. So it shows it here as well. So we got all these. Green, green, green. You see all the green around at night. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we have this one done. How is this? Ooh, this is great. I love it. Okay, so we have most of this. Can he reach that one? Yes. Is he focusing on other trees? Why would you not chop this one down? Hopefully he does that soon. We'll go like this. So I think that I wanted to have the bad water go to here, but I have it just going off the side at the moment. So we're going to actually redo some of this. So we'll go all the way to here and then kind of cut across. Nope, we'll go one this way. This is actually the case that I might just want to go diagonal. Ooh, we probably also want to just keep going. Which means add those paths in. And then we'll add one more right here, but we'll wait to construct all this stuff first. And then we probably got to mark some of these trees also. We got plenty to work on. We have 2 kits. We got that one done. Let's not remove this. We'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, because we only have a few more hours left today. Well-being's going up. We're at 12, which is good news. Could probably stand to improve that a bit. And add in, oh yeah, because we're doing potatoes all along here. Forgot about that. Cycle 7, day 4. I'm kind of guessing we're going to have a bad tide next, which means we want to get all this stuff sorted out. Let's remove both of those. And then bump them up on the priority list. And then same for all of this. Okay, these two can be highest though. And then eventually we can chop down the rest of these trees. So we'll probably want to add in a path going across so we can get to both sides. We pause this guy. We don't need this. This is set to obtain. We could probably just move that over here. Let's just have it right next to this. Then let's remove all these stumps. Has anyone else had a chance to play the new Timberborn 1.0? Because this is technically not the experimental branch. So when I launched the original, or not the original, but like the main branch, I was seeing some of my old series that I've played, because most of the time it's on the experimental since it's, you know, being updated way more frequently. We have a path. I bet it's this one. Oh, it's this one? Oh, it's because we're missing this one platform. We can bump that up a little bit, because that'll help get these two connected in also. Oh, it's the end of the next day, and I once again forgot to switch that lodge. We'll speed it up, and then I'll do it as soon as the day hits. We can remove this. We can prioritize collecting it. And then bump these up also. And it's the next day, and wake up. You're homeless. Duplicate. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I think we're fine if we duplicate this, because it might toss some of these the rubble pieces onto this back corner. I'm guessing there's gonna be one piece at least tossed up there. Yeah, and there's two, but we will be able to reach it because we have these stairs. So let's get this. Oh wow, they built that immediately. But we can get that super high prioritized. And then I imagine that they are making good progress up here. Excellent. We can start filling in the gaps. And then we can bump them up just a little bit. So he's removing those. And then what we can do is have, once he gets this one, which he'll start that, then we'll just add all these, add all those to the list. And then, honestly, let's do this. Look at this. This just sprouted. Get rid of that guy. Yeah, we can reach it, so we're fine. These are already high prioritized. But we gotta go. What the? Too far. Okay, I guess we'll just add a little path. That should work. Yeah. How do they start removing this? Oh, it was because we added this in. That's why. That is why. And then we gotta make sure we collect all this stuff, because otherwise it's gonna disintegrate. Paper's starting to drop a little bit. We can unpause this. Although maybe it's not dropping, we're just we have more storage now. I did also want to get some beehives set up. Ooh, now that I'm thinking about it. So beehive is 400. We can unlock that, but I want to do a little test. Now, place your bets. We have a beehive. Can the overhang go on top of this? It looks like it would be a yes. So we're going to build it far away where they can't reach it. Yes, that is excellent. Okay, so they can put overhangs on top of it. And I think what I wanted to do over here was get overhang, overhang. So that actually works out perfectly. We can get some stuff on top of here. And then those beehives, we can fit, I think, one. Yeah. Yeah, because it reaches 7 by 7. So we can go one here, one over here. That'll be perfect. So we just gotta unmark 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. That'll be pretty close. There's a little bit of overlap, but that's okay. And then I don't actually want it to be right here. Instead, what we're going to do is move it 1 over. Because then what we'll do is remove this potato. We'll put some stairs here. Or do you want to put it right here? Let's see. We could put one. No, we'll have a path in the front. We'll have a path along the front, connecting everything in. Yeah. We might want to get some other overhangs unlocked soon. Just take advantage of all the space we have. And then we also got to start putting in some more beehives around here. I guess we need to start measuring instead. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'll be perfect. We'll get all of this except for these ones on the back side. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. That'll get all these ones. And then 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be missing this row. 1, 2, 3. I think we will want to get these ones. It's only going to be a little bit. It's only going to be these potatoes, so I think that's fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hope you guys aren't annoyed with me counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. We can fit one. Oh, I don't do. 1, 2, 3. We might use this space for water pumps, so maybe we go like right here. We'll go right here, because then we can get some of these ones. And then we go right here. That'll get a good amount of these. So that'll be a good amount. And we still need to build all this stuff too. So little ways away. Keep planting potatoes. Oh, look at that. Ooh, let's pause this one because they won't be able to reach. Let's high prioritize this one instead of this. This one can be low priority. Now we can bump it up. Bump it up. It's going to give us some more irrigation, which is fantastic. They have worked on this 0%. It's been like almost a full cycle, but there's so many things going on. How is it going over here? Oh, nice. And then we can remove this path because we don't need it. And then instead, I guess we'll work from this side backwards. And then once we get across here, we can start setting up. Here we go, a little bit closer. Oh, I don't like that it's alternating. Let's rotate it like this. Oh wait, I was gonna go around here instead. Because if we set it up like this one, then we can actually walk on top of it. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Let's see. So we'll get this one constructed, and then we can get some stairs set up, and then we can go across. So as long as, actually, wait a second, let's do this. This will be super high priority. I bet there's probably some beavers bringing stuff already. Okay, they put that there. As long as they don't trap themselves, I'm okay with them doing that. So it was just this one. We're missing planks. Oh, we have planks. And we do need to make the path going all the way across. Nice. And now they should not be able to walk on here. So they can't trap themselves, so we can bump all this up. And then I don't think they shouldn't be able to reach any of this at the moment. Yeah. Which is totally fine. And then we have these set up. What we want to do, let's see, we can go right here. Actually, we probably want to move this over a little bit. We'll go right here. In fact, we'll even go one higher. 200 science. Good thing we have enough. It's been a while since, or it's taken a while to unlock that. But we can get the contamination sensor. And then, can I copy settings from this? Because I like that. Cool, and then we'll have this tied to this. And then when it's, so this turns on when it's above 2%. When this is on, we want it to be closed. When it's off, we want it open. So that is all what we want. We can also bump this up. And then we'll bump this one up. These ones, they will slowly be able to make. We have the fill valves here. I'll probably want to I'm surprised. It's only 2 tiles, but it's all fitting through there. So there's not any overflow. I mean, it is regulating how much water's coming through. Maybe we remove one and just make it one wider. Is there a downside to doing that? I don't think so. And then let's remove the path from on top. And then soon we can start building across the top without trapping beavers. Bump that up. Looks like we have a few more people who've joined. Welcome everyone. If you are new to the stream, drop a comment. Love to see some new faces. What is... Oh, it's this one. Are we maxed out on anything? I think berries was the only thing we were close to. Oh yeah, we unlocked the tapper shack and then we just never placed it down. Let's get that super high priority. Prioritized. We are not working on any of this. How does it say we don't have the resources? Because that's just not true. Okay, so we have this is super high. This is kind of high. That's kind of high. This is all kind of high. And we are going to change the priority of this. We're going to make all this super high. We're getting this done. We are focusing on that. We have... Oh my gosh, we gotta make this super high. This will make it way faster. We place this down first, so I think that should be going. Okay, Tapper Shack, you are no longer important. Going down to normal. Or going down to just like kind of high. Have 11 vacant jobs. We have 10 kits. Are any going to be grown up soon? 1, 2, 3 are kind of close. That's not too bad. We have plenty of wood that's just stored up. So this is on, we just don't have a beaver in here. Okay. Oh. Oh no, he's working on this. This is all, I guess we'll leave it at normal. Nah, we'll lower all this. This is like not super important. I'd rather have this set up before I have the farmhouses set up. But we do have a little bit of a worker shortage. Drop that down to 8. We're still at 1. We have the Summerjack flag. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. Oh. Just pulled from him. Oh, it's probably because we have all these water pumpers that turn on and off. Oh my gosh, we have so many jobs that are pretty vacant. I don't really want to pause any builders at the moment. Don't want to reduce too many lumberjack flags, so we can pause this forester because we have trees out the ear over here. We are okay. We're actually almost maxed out on lumber mills or on planks, so we'll pause that. So we have then we go up to like 10, 12 vacant jobs. We we have some beavers die? Ah. Yes, we did. Now we have 5 open housing slots. I think we should reduce how many farmers we have because we are doing fantastic on food. And then we can place all these down. But these will just stay at normal priority. Ooh, we want to get those ones. "13 jobs that are vacant. Go down to 1 farmer here. I think we'll pause another one of these. How many incapacitated beavers? Only 1? Okay, that's not bad. We're doing fine on paper. We don't need that. Okay, so this is turned off. So as soon as this one's done, now they can reach both of these. That'll be good. 1.5 days left. We will get to see this in action. But we're not going to see it in today's live stream because we're going to be wrapping it up right now. We got a lot done. We survived our first bad tide. We made it through, even if we did lose a few crops in the process. And then somehow we are down to only 3 vacancies. So this one, there's some wide swings in how many available workers we have. But so far things are looking good. I'm pretty excited to get this power system set up in the next episode. We have a good amount of planks, so we should be able to build this. Metal blocks are running a little bit short, so we might need to add some more power production maybe over here. That's probably something we should focus on. Get some more water wheels set up. And I'm realizing I placed them in the wrong spot. I need to shift them over 1. That's fun. But we can tackle that in the next one. We'll just remove these and then place it down. And then make sure we prioritize gathering that. So we have 1.3 days until that bad tide hits. Thank you everyone for showing up. Looks like most of the people who were commenting have left already. Sand Artist, Jay Sean, Lucky, and then Roberto. Roberto, you made a good catch. So I appreciate that. If you guys see something that I'm not catching, you just drop a comment. Yeah, pretty welcome group here. So hopefully some new folks got to enjoy it. And I'll have a video coming out tomorrow. And then we'll just keep going. Wednesdays and Sundays are when I release videos. Saturday mornings, I think 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is going to be the time that I'm sticking with moving forward for the live streams. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.